Titancraft.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 3 of season 10 of Titancraft, which is Tango Tech's Patreon pay-to-play server. And if you'd like to join this amazing community, I'll have a link in the description below. Also, come follow me on Twitch. I'll have a link in the description below for that. If you'd like to see video spoilers and all that good stuff, and prank shenanigans, a lot of that stuff kind of happens during our streams sometimes, at least at the beginning of them. They don't usually last the whole time, but yeah. Oh, also, look at my skin. Yeah. Anita, I'm a bee. I'm a bee for Halloween, guys. Yeah. Anita had fun with this one. This is the skin our shop is based off too. You saw from last episode. Where the honey's going to be pumping out of us eventually. But we'll get there at some point. But anyways, there's a lot to go over here. What we've done between episodes here. We have a wandering trade over here. Just for poops and giggles, let's go over here and look to see what he has. We're not going to trade with him. I'm just curious. Oh, look. All that stuff that we already have access to. But anyways, yeah, we got this whole thing flattened out here. Well, that's what happens when you try to fly. You don't have your wings on. It doesn't work. But yeah, we're getting yeah, that's a very colorful beacon over here. We got this whole thing flattened out. I threw some oak trees down here because this is the wood I'm using until we get the bamboo farm set up for chests. Because I don't have plan for oak, and these I just chop down eventually. I'm not necessarily worried about the jungle trees because I just need the leaves from them. And all this up here, hopefully by the end of I don't know about the end of the episode, but we're getting close to tearing this part of this down here that we've been kind of working on for the last 3 weeks since the server started here. But like I said, we got it all flattened out. All the water underneath is gone as well. Let me pop down here. Because this right here, where you see all the sand and everything, this was all water. I just finished this up, so this is all done. Anita has been digging underneath the base, or where we've been kind of our starter area. I'm not going to say it's a starter base, because it's just more of a starter area. That's over here. I'm gonna jump down here. We got an lay farm set up. I got a bunch of stuff to show you. And she's been digging down here like crazy. Well, oh my gosh, I could have just flown down here. I'm so dumb. But yeah, like I said, she started working down here. I actually dug out to level 60 all the way around here. The perimeter of this thing. That way she can tell she knows where to stop. Just because Anita goes crazy sometimes. We're all a little crazy, right? But Anita's just a little bit more than everybody else, I think. But anyways, well, I help her. I'm trying to help her dig as much as I can, but we got stuff to do. Also, another thing to show you is we got our nether tunnel dug out finally. A little help from Tiger and Anita on this. Tiger Nietzsche, that is. Let's turn this way. But this is all dug out all the way to the. Well, fly! There we go. Easier to get around our area now, so that's so much better. And this basalt delta sucks because of the lava. The lava likes to fall on your head. But other than that, it's all easy peasy. That way to spawn and everything. But yeah, what I want to do today in this episode, let me get back over to our portal. Hey, there's a couple Endermen. I should fully spawn proof this, but I kind of learned my lesson a couple seasons ago. Because I just have to I'm just gonna have to dig it all out again if I put slabs down. So I just kind of gas proofed it. But anyways, what I want to do in this episode today is I want to do this step for all the buildings that we need out here. So there's this one right here. This is going to be kind of the center platform viewing area, and then the potion brewer as well. And then over here on this side of the base, and this is going to extend a little further out this way. We have our main storage area, and then have the bees and the bulk storage and all kinds of XP furnaces. I want to get to the point where I can make the XP furnaces and the permanent storage, so we can move off of that. That's what I'm waiting for. As soon as we can do that, all this stuff up here is going to go bye-bye. And it's going to look very weird. I have to move the bees down over there as well. Well, I've set up so many more bees. We got a bee over in our We have bees over here in our village. These are all doing honeycomb at the moment until we get some start getting candles for the shop, because I want to get the shop going up and running here in the next few days or so. We got hives there. We got hives in the net. I got beehives in the nether. They make so much honey. I have a lot of those. I got like 10 hives in the nether, like next to our villagers, so I can just AFK and get everything to reset. So, yeah. But like I said, potion brewing area, storage area, like main building. That building is going to be gigantic. And then I have the 4 buildings on each side, like one right here, one right here. This is just a rough guess of where this stuff is going to go. What is this? Oh, copper. And then there's going to be another 2 right here, and then the same on the other side, like right over here, over here, over here, and over here. And they've all got their dispensers and everything. And what I need to do first is get this center building in, I think, and then I'm going to kind of lay out where I want the outside buildings to go. I think that's going to be the best way. And then the last is going to be our storage building, unfortunately. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to figure out which building I want to go where exactly. And I think the buildings are small enough that they'll fit in here. I say that now, but we'll see. I'm very curious about this. And one thing too is I'm trying to keep in mind is I need to keep the dispensers within 64 blocks of this center block. Because in Java, you can't see fireworks more than 64 blocks away. So what's the point of putting the dispensers in, more than 64 blocks away in a circle? So I got to try to figure that out. Hopefully I can get it somewhat close. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work yet, but we're going to figure it out. I'm going to get a couple buildings down, and then hopefully you guys will see a little bit better what I'm talking about. Guys, I've done a lot of work here. It might not look like it, but I've got a lot of work done on this thing. I had to divide this thing up into 8 quarters for all the math and all the laying out I needed to do. So I just made diagonals, and then of course I could just kind of see the without actually marking them, I could kind of see where the cardinal directions were. But the diagonals, they were easy enough. And then another thing I had to do too was measure out 64 blocks from this center point that's up here in the middle of this. And we'll jump up and take a better look at this here in a second and show you really what's going on. It's hard to get around here. I need to get some beacon bases set up in the middle here so I have jump boost everywhere so I can get around. We'll do that eventually. It won't be today. But I had to get 64 blocks from this block right here in a radius so I could see how far we could see the rockets, because I'm not sure if I said it in this episode or not, but I know I mentioned it before in a couple other episodes. You can't see fireworks more than 64 blocks away, so I had to make sure the dispensers were going to be inside of each one. And I was going to line up the dispensers like with each building, and they were just going to be randomly throughout. This block needs to go, because this was going to be one of the sites of the dispensers, but this was one too. That needs to go. I just haven't found them all yet. But what I ended up doing with the dispensers, and there's going to be 20 dispensers, is that they're going to be everywhere you see the Caable block here. There's going to be a dispenser, and that's going to shoot off a firework just randomly. So that means I can actually keep the gunpowder farms a little closer to each other, so that will be good. Oops, that needed to go. Just my line there. I wanted to make at first, like I said, they were going to be random, but then I decided to go ahead and make them uniform on both sides, so they're kind of there. And I didn't put them in the center. Oops, I didn't put them in the center. You know what? Let's just fly. There we go. See if I can land on here. I've been doing this all day long, landing on this one block. I figured, well, yeah, sweet. Now I'll pillar up and give you guys a better, so you can see it a little better. I can kind of stand up here. Yeah. But I got this center. This is where the potion brewer is going to be. The brewing stands are actually going to be right there in the sides, like where you see the sea lanterns there. There's going to be like a building there on each side. But the viewing platform is going to be up here, I think, a little taller up. A little further up, somewhere around here. But now you can kind of see the dispenser layout a little better. There's 2 right there underneath the oak trees, and they're throughout the the jungle wood over here. I just placed the jungle wood. I'm going to move the jungle wood out to there so you can kind of see it better. I'll probably move those over there. Just so I can have this middle spot free, because we're going to have to come up with some kind of path design here as well. But what I want to do for the rest of this episode, I think, is going to be to go ahead and put the building, like the first layer of the buildings there. And you can kind of see there's going to be a building there. Back here is going to be our main storage, like the 2 points of... You'll see. I don't think I'm going to start this episode. Because when I get this thing all done, like the first layer, we're gonna like build our storage system so we can move off of this island and get everything off of here and just get that out of the way. But there'll be a building there, and another building, kind of cheeky little building hiding back there by our multicolored base beacon over there. But now you can kind of see what's going on a little better. That'll be the main nether portal kind of running out here. That's why I wanted to move these out a little bit instead of having them right here. I wanted to move these out in a circle. And that way the viewing is not completely 360 that you need. It's about, I guess it's 270 now. Is it 270? Yeah, 270. 270 degree fireworks show here, or like radius or whatever. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do now is lay out the rest of these other 6 buildings. You can kind of see what's going on over here. We'll go take a closer look at those 2 that we have designed already. And then I'm going to do the other 6. And then I'll come back and show you guys. Oh, dang. Wings didn't want to deploy there. Oops, and I forgot to put a torch up there. That's awesome. So now I'll have to get back up there. But now you can kind of see from ground view what's going on here. The path will come in leading in through here. Oh, actually, the path... for this one, it's going to come in through the back. There's not going to be a path over here for this one, which is weird. I don't know why I designed. Well, when I was designing these, I wasn't thinking about which way the path was. I was just thinking they were going to be in a straight line, and I was going to have all the paths coming in from the back. For some reason, I don't know. But each one, like all this stone that's right here, is going to be gone, and you'll be able to see through, and you'll be able to see down here into where all the redstone's going to be. And that's where I wanted to be able to see the redstone, because I thought that would be really cool. All these buildings will be finished. I'll probably take each building and do like a week or so on or just do an episode maybe on 1, maybe 2 buildings at a time. I don't know. These buildings actually are pretty complicated because they're in the same style that we did last episode for our shop. And here's the path. Of course, we're going to do the tuff and the deep slate. But I didn't realize tuff blended so well with stone too. You could really, like, because it blends good with tuff, I think, or the deep slate. You could really go from stone to deep slate and have this as a median in between. I think that'd be really good. They'll have one of those pipes that we did like last episode too, going up in the middle of this. We'll have pipes in the middle of each of these buildings as well. So these buildings do get pretty complicated, and then we have our smokestack over here, smokestack base. Not every building's going to have smokestacks, but some do. So yeah. I just had a fly in my mouth. Oh, I needed my protein, I guess. Woo! Sorry about that. I saw it, and I can feel it in the back of my throat still. But anyways, as I was saying there before we were rudely interrupted by that stupid fly, or whatever it was, I'm going to get these buildings planned out, and when I have that done, I'll come back and show you. Like I said, I'm not going to do this building quite yet for this episode, because that's going to be very much more involved. It'll probably be an episode by itself. But anyways, yeah, let me get busy. Well, guys, it's all laid out except for our final building, which we're going to get into next episode. This is going to be very, very intense. Not intensive, but it's going to take me a while. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But the storage building is going to take quite a bit. But as you can see, we do have all the... Well, if the rocket would ever stop. We do have all the buildings like planned out now. And they're all in. One of the next things to do is, like I said, is to get this storage building going so we can move off of this island up here and get rid of it, because it is going to be in the way, because the first building we'll build over here is our portal room. And I'm hoping in the next episode as well that I can turn this portal on and get it going so we can... What am I trying to say? So we can use it instead of using our little one over here, which is, there's nothing wrong with this one. But yeah, I think that's the idea here. But we got it all planned out. This was being the biggest one. These actually took me quite a while to do each. And these are going to work out just fine, I think. The dispensers. And what I had planned for these buildings was, as I built them, like they either had 2 or 3 in front of them, and I just had like acacia and copper tubing going to it, just make it look like they're like it's feeding it power. I can still do that, but I'll just have to run the tubes longer. And I think and I think that's going to be fine. I think it's going to look just fine. It's going to give us a chance to put more detail into this. Each building is going to have like 2 or 3, couplings, like couplings for like big wires and stuff. And I'll get into that more as we build these buildings, which is going to take a little bit to get to. It's probably a couple episodes away still, because the next one is going to be pretty much the storage building until it's done. I think that's going to be the best way to go, and this might actually take more than one episode. I don't know how this is going to go yet, but I do want to get the portal lit and get that going next episode. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a good day or night. Bye. Oh.